The Operation Clean Your Frontage program was initiated by the government to help deal with the insanitary conditions in Accra. To aid in this, about 900 members of a city response team task force were deployed to enforce the sanitation bylaws under the policy. The officials were also expected to clamp down on trading along the city's major streets and indiscriminate parking. However, not much seems to have changed despite the intervention. Members of the task force on Thursday marched up at the secretariat at Asylum Down in Accra over allegations of sabotage from the Greater Accra Regional Youth Organizer, Moses Abo.
We are in to make sure sanity is prevailed. If we come to you, we talk to you in a very polite way, but we move you from the road to the pavement. We are not in to harass anybody. If there is traffic, we make sure the traffic flow in the right direction. But we are hearing certain things and we are even having evidence that some of our political leaders are trying to calm down this job. That's Moses Abo by name. That's the Greater Accra Youth Organizer. And we are not going to sit there for this thing to happen.
We should cope with the people and then tell them to keep them very clean. Don't allow human trafficking. And now that's what we are doing. We are not taking people's things. And they have sent it to air that we are taking people's things. We are annoyed and we cannot allow that. They can't allow us to go hungry.
But who called you here this morning?
This morning we were called from the secretariat that we should come and meet here. We have a meeting with our minister. And as I can see, our father is annoyed and he can't meet us till now.
We heard them talking on the radio station that we are Abaye, but rather we are not Abaye. If you go to Medina, I work at Medina Municipal. If you go there, we are not Abaye. We make sure every place is clean and we are the city response team. We have the Abaye at Medina Market and we are not Abaye. But rather because of politics, others want to spoil the work and they want to dismiss us in the work. So we are not here just to talk. We want to go there and go and explain things to the whole Ghana. They should understand the city response team. We are not Abaye. We are not Abaye and we are not taking things or collecting tomatoes or this.
Reacting to the allegations on the City Prime News, Moses Abo stressed the need for the government to be considerate in its effort to ensure the streets of Accra are rid of filth in the midst of the current economic challenges.
I'm a grassroots. I have an election to run ahead 2024. I'm the same person that will go to these people and talk to them. Moses Abo is not saying that they shouldn't exercise their right or do their work. All what I'm saying is that we must have an alternative for these our women who always take care of homes. I try my possible best to engage the assemblies. I've been to this municipal chief executive, Ajetovia, for several times that we should see how best we can work with these people to make things possible. I don't know where this information or this news is coming from, that I'm fighting city response to do all over. They have incited these people to go to radio station by radio station. Some of the boys that I know, some have called me that this is what they are hearing, and they don't think it is true. And I say it's never true. I think we have an hardship that this country is facing, and we must treat these people very well. I don't have any problem with city response. The argument is that let's do the right thing. We are in the hardship. Things are not going on in the whole world. We must manage these people very well.
Officials of the Accra Municipal Assembly, under the Operation Clean Your Frontage initiative, embarked on a clean-up exercise at Nungwa on Thursday. Shops and lorry parks were closed for the period of the exercise. A vendor of Wache nearby refused to comply with the directive. While the exercise was ongoing, buyers had queued to patronize her service, irrespective of the filthy environment and the choked gutters.
Mostly driver for tractor driver, Ashaman driver, Medina driver, Kanesi drivers. No, how many high washing base? You approach for to me, but I'm here. No more. How much can I enti mo bibi am yeso mo dey bushmate for their high washing base enti na go tan mu esi sa bebrebe no
na mo amote anso ada na ya mo
nye papa bi ewo hanu mi say oton Robert ewo store da bi onu omukon okapa no koka na opa ma bo mo enti mate for na ma emunu eyefu Robert no mo de kam e ma mo fo didi ku kama na mo de ha zoom line for bola no ma be ye go no ma sa horo ka o ase ka no horo say ko ta no o koka be ye wuntumi nkasa no ma ye gan come be so be bo.
Speaking to journalists, the municipal chief executive for Krowo, Joshua Nibote, says about 50 persons have been sanctioned by the Lekma court for violating the sanitation bylaws.
We have made more than 50 arrests ever since it was launched. It's always on the quiet side. People are going to court, they are coming in and out of court, and then the people are also, we try to give abatement notices. That is a sign of warning. When you do that, then they start cleaning. So we are not having majority of people being sentenced, being arraigned before the court of law, because we try, the law has to do with abatement. You give information that next week when I come and you don't do this, this is what is going to happen to you. So when we give the abatement notices, then they start cleaning the place. So we are not having a lot of people getting to the courts.
Okay, so for now, how many people have been sentenced?
We have about 48 who have been sentenced in various forms. I don't know too much about the law, but I think when people get to the law and they are found foul of the law, I think they should be summoned to really work in the afternoon for people to see them, so that it becomes a disgrace to them. But the lawyers are there, the law is there. You can't really talk to the law, you understand? So when they go, they are fined and then they are brought back and then they are monitored to do the right thing in their environment. That is.
Do you have any idea of some of the punishment that are meted to them?
I think it did a 12 penalty unit or so. They are fined at times 500 Ghana cedis, at times 700, depending on the volume or the gravity of the offense that is there. But my Meho is here. He can speak to a lot of those things. Day in, day out, people are arraigned before the court of law. That is at Lejokuku. Then we are now putting up a district and magistrate court. So we'll stop going there and then we'll be using ours. I see your money be come about here those are the top hierarchy. What can they do? They will just give instructions, the punishment to come. We need to take full responsibility of our actions. So we should own whatever project comes in. That is how we're going to get out of this thing.
In as much as people are sanctioned for filthy environs and also breaching the sanitation bylaws, the onus also lies on us as citizens to ensure a clean society. Reporting from Nungwa in Accra, my name is Ni Ayikwe Okain for Citi News.